Hello viewers, you're once more welcome to your favorite show, Shanti's Haven. On Shanti's Haven, we talk about the family, everything that has to do with the family. We treat the issues concerning parenting, concerning marriage, concerning child upbringing, and also concerning siblings, everything about the family. This is school year, a new school year has just started, and we thought it wise on Shanti's Haven to talk to our dear, our lovely parents and guardians about bringing up our children in the educational system in the right way so that we work hand in glove with the teachers and the school administration. So today, that's why you see us here. We are presently in a school and we are meeting with the management of the school. We wish to talk with him. We want to hear what he has to say concerning the school year, what they expect we, the parents and the guardians, to do in order to make the children learn properly and learn in a way that will be satisfactory to the school and even to the teachers, and then would also be our satisfaction as parents.
My advice to parents is that they should collaborate with all the teachers. Since we are trying our best in school to follow them up, parents too, they should also join us back at home to encourage them. They should be able to do their own work at home.
Today we have Mr. Romeo with us. Hello, Mr. Romeo.
Hi,
Welcome to Shanti's Haven.
thank you.
And thank you so much for honoring our invitation. I realize that you are very passionate with the work you do here. I have been coming here. I wanted this interview long before now, but when I come, you're up, you're down, you're here in this classroom, you're with this child, you're with this teacher. Kudos to the work you all are doing.
Thank you, ma'am.
And kudos to the work the teachers are doing out there. Thank you so much for what you're doing, imparting knowledge in the lives of our children. Today, we wish to find out what are the expectations you have for us parents, because sometimes we send these children to school and we're like, oh, they are in school. We can relax, we can rest, you can handle every other thing. But I think you have some expectations. You know, we should work together
Exactly.
for us, for these children to grow well. So please, what are your expectations?
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Fointama, for Shansi, for this great opportunity. I'm very honored to be here as my first time to be in your studio. And, um, and I really want to appreciate you for coming right at the beginning of the academy year because it will be very important. It is going to be helpful for the parents, also for the teachers also. You know, teachers are also parents, so it will be helpful for them. I think at the beginning of this academic year, the year is starting well, and what we really expect, which is what we really desire, expectation, what we desire from our parents. And there's just one key word that will maybe may guide our discussion, which is cooperation. We expect a lot of cooperation between the parents and the teachers together.
Okay.
You know.
How should we cooperate as parents? How do you want us to cooperate with the teachers?
The first point of cooperation has to do with the parent understanding that he or she is a member of a team. We are a team.
Okay.
Yes. So when you understand that you are a member of a team, cooperation becomes very easy. It is easy for you to get into cooperation, then develop the skills that we all need, which the major skill in that cooperation is going to be communication. So, but when you understand that I'm part of a team and the teacher is also part of a team, because to see how we can help the development of the children.
Okay. Some questions from the side of parents. If your child is in a class and you discover that that child is not very comfortable, maybe the child-teacher relationship is not the best. As a parent, how should I go about it? Should I just barge into that class and tell that teacher the peace of my mind? Or what would you expect me to?
Exactly, those are some of the errors that parents do, but which is not supposed to be like that. Because as a member of a team, the first thing you need to do is to talk with the teacher.
Okay.
Yes, you need to get closer to the teacher to understand. There is no teacher that is out to harm a child.
All right.
There is nothing that a teacher will do that is intentional to bring or to hurt a child. Rather, if you come, you talk to the teacher, ask the teacher some 1 or 2, 3 questions. Good questions, not questions that will also irritate the teacher, but good questions trying to understand. So, for example, if a child comes back
Yes.
and the child is having a bad note, is having a bad mark, it is an indication. It is not like something is, it is just an indication to tell that there's something wrong with the child, that the child needs to adjust. And so you need to communicate back with the teacher and say, I'm noticing that there's this drop in the child's marks. So
Okay.
what is actually wrong? The teacher will tell you what he or she is observing in school, and then you will also give your own part of what you're observing in school. Then the two of you now will work together to see how do we correct it.
Okay.
Yes.
This takes me to something you said. The teacher can contact you. I know there are some parents that they contact them from 1st to 31st. They never show up in school.
Exactly.
What do you have to say to this kind of parents?
What we can do is just to encourage the parents.
All right.
Yeah, we to encourage them to know that when you see such parents, it's just that the too much work. We live in a city and so many things have actually taken the parents, but we want to encourage them to come
Okay.
to actually take time. You cannot be investing somewhere that you don't also have attention.
That's true.
Yeah, so they should take time, come, talk with the teachers.
Dear parents, we've heard the manager. Make sure you take time to come to check on your children once in a while in school, especially if the teachers call your attention to something that is happening in that class of that child. I have also seen situations where you see a child comes to class. Like one time, my children told me about it. A child came to class and the child was not very happy. The child is like looking at other parents and envious, like, I wish my parents were like this, because in their own home it's fighting all the time, it's quarreling all the time. I don't know, maybe as a school administration, maybe if you talk to the parents and guardians, they would it would ring a bell to see, just tell them a bit of the effects of that kind of thing on their children.
Thank you so much. That's just one of the things that we need to do for the success of the child.
Okay.
To develop good behavior, the parents must be a model to the child, and parents who are involved in such kind of habits that are not good, we really want to say that it plays a lot in the child. It plays a lot because the children learn more on what they see, not what you tell them to do.
Okay.
So what you do at home plays so much into the child, and also plays so much, which is one of the way, coming back to the cooperation, is that one of the way you can help the teacher back in school to help your child succeed in school is that you always help the child. Before
Okay.
the child leaves the home,
Okay.
because sometimes the child comes into the classroom, the mood is not there for studying everything, because while he was leaving home, the environment was not set.
Okay.
So when the child is coming to school, whether the child hug the child, tell the child the word that the child needs to hear, tell him that you are a good child. As you go today, make sure you study well. Yesterday you did good. What you did was good. I want the best today. And when the child comes back, you still hug the child. Let me see your work. If they have failed marks, you say, "Oh, what happened? I know that that's not how you were yesterday. What happened today?" The child will be able to express his or herself. So that hug, that's those warning words.
Okay.
Even no matter how busy you are, give those words to those children.
Okay.
Because when they come into the school, we struggle to bring them. And before we want to notice what is happening, they will tell us the stories of what has happened at home.
Okay.
So to be able to remove that bad habit, let the parents develop love by talking to the children. Hug the child before the child goes to school. Tell the child that, also, you're going to school, know that today is going to be wonderful. I wish you the best. I wish you everything. And the child should also give you the same affirmation as you're also going to work. You say, "Daddy, I know that you're struggling for us. Also go. Why also go?" So you see, it is that cooperation. So we need that hugging. Parents, let the parent hug the children, kiss them, tell them nice words before they go to school.
Dear parents and guardians, I know this one may be an hard one, as some people would say to some parents. They didn't receive these hugs or these "I love you" or these kind words from their own parents, and you can only give what you have.
Exactly.
But then in our world today, you can read to learn to give what is important or what is nice to your child, even if you didn't have it. That is why it's important. Hug your child every morning. Greet your child well every morning. When they come back home, greet them well. Don't receive them with shoutings
Exactly.
and punishments and all of that. And please do not join your children to talk bad about their teacher.
Exactly.
Even if it is something bad, when you are complaining, make sure the child is not aware, because you would demoralize that child. Even you would traumatize the child. When the child sits in class, the child will not see that teacher as the person who can bring knowledge to him or her. So parents, sit up. It's still the beginning of the school year. Sit up and, like you said, cooperation. Cooperate with the teachers, cooperate with your child to make their academic year a success and a wonderful one. Thank you so much, Mr. Manager, for this opportunity again.
Let me
I
just
don't
give you
know
one
any
word.
last word you may have for the parents
The
out
last
there.
word I want to talk, which is what parents are doing, it is follow up.
Okay.
And I want to encourage parents in the follow up that follow up the children. But note that homework, it is the children's homework, not
Okay.
your homework.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't, it is their homework, so allow them to make the mistakes. So one of the challenges that parents want to know, it is their homework, not your homework. So allow them to make the mistake, because you also send back feedback to the teacher whether the lesson was well handled or not, or so that he knows how to handle back, especially teachers who are intentional in their teaching. It's a big feedback for them. So don't just say no, allow them to do their homework as you are doing the follow-up.
Sometimes, some parents will think if my child doesn't do well in the homework, it will look like I'm a bad parent. I'm
No.
not following up that child
It
well
is
at
but
home.
normal.
Okay.
The child, one of the challenge that we have today is that we have not learned to, we don't believe that people can make mistakes, and which is a very big problem.
true.
People make mistakes, and that's why we need to correct.
Yeah.
So allow them to make the mistake. When they make the mistake, you will now understand why. If you wanted to draw, maybe to write A, and the A was not going, the mistake is there, it's necessary. Then you will look at it and you try to reason out why was he taking it but this other way, and then
Alright.
you have to correct it back
Correct
now
it.
and correct why he or she was doing that. So allow them to make the mistakes and then give us the feedback. Let us receive the feedback so that we will know that okay, this lesson, maybe the technique or the manner or the approach that we took was not the best. So don't do homework for children in the follow-up. Don't do homework for them.
Thank you. Parents, do not do homework for your
But
children.
guide them through.
Guide them through. And if you do not understand something in their books, because sometimes these children take their teachers as God.
Exactly.
God has said it and nobody has to oppose it. Even you, the parent, you are not correct. So if you don't understand something and you don't agree on something concerning the child's book, an advice is you may want to check with the teacher how it was done. And through that you learn, or the child gets to see. But even if you were the one who was correct, don't come and don't rub it in. Just let it be. Thank you so much. And I pray God will grant us grace this academic year, that our children will do well in school. We will follow them up well. And most importantly, we will pray for our children so that God will guide them in school. Thank you so much for watching Shantia's Haven. Remember to always leave it better than you met it. See you some other time. Bye-bye.
Bye.